Well, it's Tuesday, the 30th of August 2022, and that means it's the weekly reset in Destiny 2 where the content rotates, the vendors and the challenges reset, and we got a chance for new content to be added into the game. Well, stay tuned for info related to Season of Plunder. We've got Nightfall info for the week, seasonal challenges, Banshee's weekly weapons, and also what is in the Eververse store this week. Well, if you're new around here or find this useful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below for all the latest Destiny 2 content and turn on notifications by hitting that bell. And roughly 98% of viewers who watch This Week in Video Games aren't subscribed, so subscribe today and never miss an update. Well, let's check out the weekly reset items for the week. Well, it's the second week of Season of Plunder, and that means we got new story content for the week. So head on over to the Helm and continue with the sales of the Shipstealer quest. We've got a new expedition to go on, plus a new relic to collect. Let me know in the comments your theories about why we are collecting the relics and why the Drifter is so interested. Also, the big news is that the King's Fall raid is now in the game, and that was put into the game last Friday, and I hope you've been having a really good time raiding once again, fighting Oryx the War Priest and Golgoroth. War Priest is certainly very difficult, but I've been having fun. I've got some armor, I've got some weapons. I'll be bringing you some more weapon reviews of the weapons I get in the King's Fall raid this week. If you want to jump into the King's Fall raid, just go to the Legends tab on the Director, then find King's Fall here, and then all you need to do is find 5 other people and jump right in. Well, moving on, let's have a look at the Nightfall for the week. So this time it's the Lightblade. We don't know the weapon just yet for the Nightfall, but let me know down in the comments what you're seeing for the weapon dropping for you today. Well, unfortunately, Trials of Osiris isn't back this week, and we've got Iron Banner next week, so Trials isn't actually going to be back until Friday the 16th of September, so you're just going to have to hold out and wait a little bit longer. I think the big news this week is the King's Fall raid. That was added into the game last Friday, so I think that's going to be the major activity for the week. Well, next up, let's have a look at the seasonal challenges for the week, and we've got week 2. We've got 10 challenges this week. So we've got Antiquarian 2, that has returned the second relic to the Helm. Also, defeat Fallen, beating them with precision final blows with award bonus progress. We got the Expert Expedition 1, the complete expeditions to gather treasure in the treasure hall. Well, next up we got Seeker's Cache 1, so completing bounties from the star chart on Nessus, Cosmodrome or Europa. Also, decipher the small treasure beacon, available from the star chart in the Helm. Next up we got Fusillade, so defeat targets with submachine guns. Defeating combatants in Catch Crash and defeating Guardians will award bonus progress. Next we got Cosmodrome activities, so in the Cosmodrome earn progress by completing bounties, patrols, public events and lost sectors. We also have Lost in the Legend, so complete a lost sector on Legend or higher difficulty. Then we got Close Range Calibration, so calibrate close range weapons such as sidearms, submachine guns, shotguns, glaives and swords in the Cosmodrome, and bonus progress for rapidly defeating combatants. Then we got Bank Kill Repeat, so earn points by banking moats, defeating blockers and defeating Guardians in Gambit. We got Arc of History, so defeat Guardians with arc damage and bonus progress is granted for defeating blinded opponents. And finally, we've got Anti-Cabal Sweep, defeating Cabal combatants in Vanguard playlists or strikes that earn bonus progress for defeating tougher combatants. Well, next up, let's have a look at the Witch Queen reset items for the week over on Savathun's Throne World. Well, we've got the weekly mission, and that'll get you some powerful gear and also some pinnacle gear too. We're at that time of the season where we're all leveling up once again. Also, you can get some pinnacle gear from the Wellspring, and today is a Defend Day. You got the Vox Obscura mission, that also gives you pinnacle gear. You got the Preservation mission, that'll give you some pinnacle gear. And you got the Vow of the Disciple raid. It looks like the pinnacle gear has been taken away from the Vow of the Disciple. I would imagine that is because it's not the weekly featured raid for the week, but we'll get to that in a minute. We're looking closer at the Vow of the Disciple. The challenge this week is Looping Catalyst. Let's have a look at the rest of the raid. So go over to Europa first. We've got the Deepstone Crypt. Challenge is Copies of Copies. Over on the Dreaming City, we've got the Last Wish raid, and the challenge is Forever Fight. In Legends, you will see a new addition. First of all, we got the Vault of Glass. The challenge this week is Strangers in Time. Then we got the new one, the Kingsfall raid, Big Daddy Oryx. A really, really good fun. I would recommend jumping into that this week. And also, you'll get some pinnacle gear. Finally, heading on over to the moon, we have the Garden of Salvation raid. You can see all the challenges there, indicating that is the featured raid for the week. And talking about featured content, here is the Pit of Heresy. Well, next up, let's have a look at the playlists and the pinnacles, starting with the Vanguard. So with the Nightfall content for the week, as I mentioned, we got the Lightblade Nightfall this week. It's going to be a tough Nightfall to get through. I don't know about the Nightfall loot just yet. It's early on in the season, and we haven't yet got the rotation down. So let me know in the comments what you see in terms of the weapon and what weapon is dropping for you in Nightfalls this week. You can also get some powerful Tier 1 gear by raising that first bar to 100% and do 100k Nightfall to get some pinnacle gear. Moving on over to Vanguard Ops. This week is a solar week, so put on your solar subclass, do 3 strikes, and you will get some pinnacle gear. Have a look at Crucible for the week. So the weekly rotator this week is Rift. So if you enjoyed playing Rift last season in Iron Banner, well, Rift is going to be a rotating playlist, and that means we've got Rift for the next week. So that's really, really exciting stuff. We've got Control as well, so do 3 matches in Control, you will get some pinnacle gear. Checking on Gambit for the week, so do 3 matches, you get some pinnacle gear in regular mode or in freelance mode. And also, this week is a double XP for Gambit week. That is a really, really good time to jump into some Gambit. Talking about jumping, jump off the roof there of the tower and head on over to Banshee 44. See what weapons he has for us this week. Let's see if Banshee has any god rolls for us this week. In terms of the weapons, we've got the NEOD as a submachine gun, steady hands and sympathetic arsenal. That is not too bad at all. We've got the Boudica C, Slick Draw and Surrounded. Slick Draw is a new one. Significantly increases handling and significantly decreases target acquisition. I've heard good things about the Boudica C. Well, next up, we've got a contingency plan, so no distractions and Thresh. Not too bad. We've got the Amit AR2. This is a very, very popular auto rifle at the moment. Stats for all and Adrenaline Junkie. And you've got the Omolon Fluid Dynamics Origin trait there, so that's really, really good. We got the Typhon GL5. I think Banshee sells this every week. Demolitionist and Explosive Light, that isn't too bad at all. And we got the Taipan 4 FR, Triple Tap and Box Breathing. That is an absolutely fantastic roll. And of course, that one comes with the Vice Stinger 2. So if you're looking for a Taipan 4 FR, well, head on over to Banshee 44. He's got a really, really good roll this week. So Triple Tap, rapidly landing precision hits, will return 1 round to the magazine. Box Breathing, aiming this weapon for a short period without firing grants bonus range and precision damage that resets after firing or exiting zone. That is going to be really, really good for raids. Well, Banshee 44 selling the Taipan 4 FR today, and also he's going to be selling it for the next week. Although do be aware, midweek the rolls will change, so if you want Triple Tap and Box Breathing, and I don't see why you wouldn't, I would head on over to Banshee 44 today and pick up the fantastic roll of the most popular legendary weapon in the game right now. Well, that is a bumper crop from Banshee 44 this week. Really, really good stuff, but let's head on over to the Eververse store and see what they have for Bright Dust. Well, first of all, we have a shader, Aposematism. Not too bad at all, not too bad. We've got thumbs down projection. Like that one. We have the Firebreak Shell. Pretty good. We got Rising Dawn. Oh yes, look at that. Very, very nice indeed. We've got the Depository Projection. Pretty cool. We've got the Foundational Structure. That is an ornament for Hard Light. And that one before. Looks pretty good. Got an ornament here for Lunar Faction Boots. Sure about that. Got the Red Line Torpedo. Very, very nice indeed. We've got the Cosmos Starling. Looking pretty sweet. Look at the M3D1 shell. Looking pretty cool. And the Playground Ride. Oh yes. Oh yes. Love it. What else do we have this week? We've got the Paraversal Singularity. There's a mouthful. We have the REEF AWOKEN. We have the Vex Arrival. Pretty cool. I quite like the Vex Arrival. To say, my Warlock is looking pretty good right now. Got the Amethyst Bloom. Oh no. No, not sure about that one. Gloam Strife. Not too bad. BYZANTIUM LOTUS. Again, not too bad. And Celestial Dome. Well, that is going to be it for the reset information on the 30th of August 2022. I think the big news this week is Kingsfall Raid is back in Destiny 2. And also, we've got the new story contents, that new expedition. We've got a new Nightfall in the game, so we've got the Light Blade that is back in the game. And we may have a new Nightfall weapon too, so let me know in the comments what you see dropping in the Nightfall in terms of weapons. Well, I would dive into the Kingsfall Raid. It's really, really good fun. And if you haven't got 5 friends, whether they be in a clan or, you know, just people you know playing Destiny, I would recommend jumping into LFG and finding 5 others. And I would use the Bungie app. We do have in-game LFG coming in Lightfall, but for now, we're going to have to use something like the Bungie app. I would recommend jumping into the raids. If you haven't raided before, I reckon they're really, really fun, and Kingsfall is a really, really good place to start. If you like Kingsfall, you know, we've got 5 other raids in the game, so it's a really, really good time to start raiding in Destiny if you haven't done before. Well, that is it for the weekly reset information today. And as always, thank you so much for watching or listening. Don't forget to subscribe. Have a great week in Destiny 2. I'll see you really, really soon.